set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over.
They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We'll have to see what kind of looks this defense is going to throw at him as this game moves along, but they're in a zone to start. I do think we'll see plenty of man coverage as we move along, but the first throw of this one, incomplete.
2nd and 10. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And that is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
The Eagles send out their punter now.
And back deep, Gunnar Olszewski.
Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time.
Leading him out is their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Ole Miss.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense, tough to run against. And those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the 2nd level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
And that will be incomplete.
That was the first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt.
Taken in at the 22. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith.
2 yards on the pickup there. And it's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Throwaway and incomplete. Javon Holland there on the coverage.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 26. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
It's Barkley on the counter. Down right around the 25. Bobby Okereke making that tackle.
And that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. 1 yard and now no yards have him looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. He had a minimal gain on first down. Now they stop him for no gain. What do you think, going in a different direction on 3rd down?
Could very well be. I'll guarantee he's asking for the ball 3rd time to try and make up for the first 2. But his QB might very well say, well, my man, maybe next series. Let's try someone else on this play.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
On the sneak, it's Hurts. And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage.
But when it's 4th and inches, shouldn't you pick up the first down? I mean, shouldn't you go for it? I mean, if you can't get inches, right, why are you playing?
And on inches, that's your favorite play, right? Don't mess with handing it off. Just go ahead and get the surge and go right up the gut.
Exactly. Create that. Just a little bit of space should get it done. You're almost able to take the snap, just fall down and pick it up. They got it there.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Throwing is Hurts. Over the middle to Smith. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. From the gun, it's Hurts. Flushed out right. Hurts fumbles it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Bad place to fumble down here in the red zone. At least they got it. They'll have another shot. Or no, they won't have another shot. It's going to be 4th down. Maybe they can at least salvage 3.
And they were thinking 6 points because at this position of the field, It's go time, right? You take your shots at the end zone. They weren't able to do that one, so you look over at the sideline.
Oh, the snap, a poor one, and this is blocked.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
To throw is Dart. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
On play action, here's Dart. Complete right side to Hyatt.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
This now a 3rd and 4. Throwing his Dart. Looking Hyatt's way once again. And he will have a Giants first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
First down.
Well, they picked up 5, needed 4. So to me, you know what that translates back to? Situational football and how they've been teaching it probably since OTAs and minicamps. Going over situations, know what you need, and find a way to get it.
Dances by him. And out across midfield down to the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
A gain of 12.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the
Nice
play.
job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up by running the action to the right.
And he will have a Giants first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
A gain of 4 yards. First down, New York.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Throw right side, taken in by Bellinger.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, they'll run it here
on the jet sweep.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
Third down.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
No score after one on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a third down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Here's Dart. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. That one goes for 8 yards.
At the 7-yard line.
Oh, man. Just when the D thought they had the answer for him, he went and changed the question. Surprises him by taking off himself, is able to set up his offense pretty with a first and goal.
Play action now. Dart. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Great coverage down in the end zone. He's scanning the field, looking. No one ever came open. So in the end, he makes the best decision and just fires it over the end line.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Hands it off out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Throwing, Dart.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
Jude McAtamney on for the field goal. A 26-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown, that field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley.
And able to give one man the slip there as he works his way forward for about 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Hurts.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Dart. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Zach Boyd coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Jamie Gillen now on to punt.
For the Giants.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 19-yard line. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Barkley inside handoff. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, 82 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he returns this to the 22. New York's offense back out there and set to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. Second and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a second down and 4. Now Dart.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
A gain of 7. First down, Giants.
And they'll send the tight end in motion.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on first and 10.
And he's across the 40 for the extra yards to the 43. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper, and it's second and 1.
A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice game.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
He'll get that to his tight end, Theo Johnson.
His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
To throw now, Dart.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Here's second and 10.
In motion left, Robinson. He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
He has Hyatt over the middle.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. It's Sidney Brown with it. And the Eagles are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Now second and 3. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts.
This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
That's good for an Eagles.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Hurts completing this one quickly.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Eagles first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They go play action with Hurts.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 19. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
First down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Back to throw again. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
With a quick throw, complete.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Elliott on for the extra point. This one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
And the Giants ready to come out now.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
Looking to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
3rd and 8.
Here now a 3rd down and 8.
Back to throw. And he is caught. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Well, this hasn't really been a first half to remember on either side of the ball, but I think this kind of makes this an important drive. You'd love to get this back to a one-score game if you can, and that's good work there to get some yardage here and pick up the first down.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
From the gun, Dart.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Robinson's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Now they go screen. It's complete. They hold them to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball, but someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
This is 2nd and 8. To throw is Dart. Hyatt there to grab it. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1.
So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen and our great crew here in the Orlando studios set for an abridged version of the halftime report. This game, to this point, a little slow to begin with, but in the second quarter, the offenses started finding their way. We hope we're set for a great second half, so let's get back out to the stadium and rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half.
Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Giants offense set to begin this third quarter. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Play fake, and here's Dart. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's going to have to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Throwing his Dart. Open man, complete to Humphrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
First down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. He'll look to throw. Into the hands of his receiver, Humphrey. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Here's Dart. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Now, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? You want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Dexter Lawrence finding his way through defensively for the stop.
Well, partner, normally the guys over the nose of the center don't get a whole lot of glory, do they? I mean, they have to occupy guys, let the linebackers run free and make plays. But that was a nice individual effort there.
And he blew it up pretty deep in the backfield. Hurts sets up to throw it. He dumps it off to Barkley. So no gain on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, They had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
At the 27-yard line.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Dart. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
First down, New York.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
On second down, here's the option.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. He has enough for the first down on the keeper, a gain of 6.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Giants.
Well, with them trailing here in the second half, maybe his legs can try to give this offense a spark.
And that's the benefit of having a young quarterback, right? Having a rookie, a guy who will say, hold it a second, I have a little bit of fearlessness to my game. It isn't working as well the other way. Let's see what I can do to help my team this way. And, boy, he did it there. It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
Play action now. Dart. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Here's Dart. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw, and they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Off the bootleg, it's Dart. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
Here's Dart once more.
Johnson with a completion over the middle. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Now Dart.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete.
Following the play here, now we've got an injury. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math, they did it well, and it works for them.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at the 34.
He'll look to throw right away. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's gone right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots him.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Down the right sideline.
And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's good.
Oh, big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And New York set to take the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Out of the gun, here's Dart.
And his throw is incomplete.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw in that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
Throwing, Dart. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And that is incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for New York. Fielded just inside the 30. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And this one complete to Smith. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Brings up 3rd down.
The sneak gets Hurts. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And when all you want to do is keep your drive going, the quarterback sneak's a great call, isn't it? Pick it up, get a new set of downs.
And on 3rd down, usually you think 4th down quarterback sneak. There, though, it worked on 3rd.
Throwing is Hurts.
Incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. Dotson in motion right. Here's Hurts to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Hurts. Able to find the open man It's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. The partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm.
It's picked up, a live ball here, remember. So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The New York set to take the field.
The Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
To throw now, Dart. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game. And there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside. Probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7.
Back to throw here. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To throw is Dart. Now back foot throw there is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's taken down inside the 30. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
A three-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 9.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
It's a giant first down on a gain of 16.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete.
And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
1-yard line.
Second and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. Throwing his dart.
This is caught. Touchdown.
Wan'Dale Robinson
From 4 yards out.
And the Giants are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback, but, hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead, but at the same time, got it done, and it'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
The Giants.
They'll look to throw. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game.
Giants 11.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. They go play action with Hurts. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Good for an Eagles. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Back to throw now on first down. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up second down.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch, not much yardage afterwards.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Here's a give to Barkley. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots, and that's what happened on that play. He saw an opening and went and got it.
Well, he really hasn't ran the ball all game. Fourth quarter here, need a big play, able to pick it up. So whatever the eyes saw and created, it worked. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Got a man, it's Brown. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That's another Eagles first down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well, and they continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame him?
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
Barkley again.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. And the Eagles have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101, check that box.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that pushes the lead up to 23. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Now out come the Giants.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Dart.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Jordan Davis able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense?
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure.
A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. Here's Dart.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line.
The Eagles offense and the veteran A.J. Brown set to go to work once more. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
This pass hauled in by Dotson.
Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
3rd and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Hurts sets up to throw it.
Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
The return is Olszewski.
A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
Looking to put a drive together.
On play action, here's Dart.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
A gain of 4.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. They'll drop the throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Here's Dart. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Throwing from the gun here, Dart. Open man, complete to Humphrey.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
Here's Dart once more.
Eluding the pressure right. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one, because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
A play fake, and now it's Dart. Complete right side to Hyatt.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 27-yard line.
Now Dart.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
Throwing, Dart. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Dart to throw on 4th down. He's got his target. That's complete.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.